Good morning, everyone. Hey, hello from Hawaii. It's our final day here. We're going to do a little sunrise active yoga, getting ready for being on the airplane for 5.5 hours. So nothing crazy. We're just going to take it nice and easy and have a little fun. So here we go. We're starting standing at the front of the mat, parallel. Let's inhale, sweep it up, hips forward, hands back. Exhale, swan dive back. Inhale, sweep it up, hips forward, back. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, sweep it up, right hand grabs left wrist. Your exhale, lean to the right, putting a little more weight in the left foot. Not sure how good you can hear me. I'm a little far away from the camera, so it might be a little watch and mimic, but we'll do our best. We always do. Just open up that left side body. Inhale up, exhale, swan dive it down. Inhale, sweep it up, left hand grabs right wrist. Your exhale, lean it to the left, putting more weight in your right foot. Up, exhale, swan dive it down. Inhale, sweep it up, palms touch overhead. Slowly exhale to heart center. Then release, take your hands to lower back. Fingertips facing each other, press those hips forward. Lengthen the spine. Up, exhale, release. Inhale, sweep it up, push forward, hands back. Exhale, swan, dive it down, forward fold. We'll take our spinal rotation here. Bend your right knee to the right, fingertips to the mat, left hand to the sky. Inhale. On your exhale, left hand down, bend the left knee, take the right hand up. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. On your exhale, right hand down, forward fold. Just hang for a breath or two. And then sway the hips. All right, back to center, heel toe the feet out to edge your mat or towel. Drop the hips down. And if this isn't possible, you take a bolster or a pillow or something and put it under you and sit on it. Trying to get the weight to the outside blade edge of the feet, elbows to the inside of the knees, palms together. Pull them back toward you. Chin tuck just slightly. Inhale. On your exhale, fingertips down, straighten the legs out, turn the toes in, sway the hips. Back to center, inhale, bend your knees, exhale, step your left foot back to the left corner, drop that left knee down, Hands to the inside of the right foot. You can drop that right knee over to the right if you'd like. Just sink forward into the hips. All right, you can stay right here if you'd like, or you can bend that back knee. Just hand up, grab the foot, give it a little love. We did a little hike yesterday, so this feels really good. Inhale. On your exhale, release. Bring that right knee back up to center. Curl the back toes. Bring that left foot back up. Sway the hips. Back to center. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, step your right foot back. Drop the right knee down. Drop that left foot over to the left knee over to the left if you like. Hands to the inside of that left foot. Alright, bend that back knee. Up. Woo. There we go. Inhale. On your exhale, release. Inhale. On your exhale, bring it back to the front of the mat. Sway the hips. Alright, heel toe those feet back together. On your next inhale, roll it up, knees slightly bent, weight in the heels, chin on chest. Exhale, roll it back to the top. Inhale, sweep it up, hips forward, hands back. Exhale, swan dive it down. Hands go down to the mat. Step the feet straight back. Rock it back to your down dog and walk your dog. Hands pressed down, hips pressed back. Thighs rolled inward, shoulders rolled outward. Long spine. Press down into your hands firmly enough that they don't slide away from you. And hips are rocked back all the way so that our ears are between our arms. All right, let's drop it down to all fours. Bring those knees together, sway the hips. Making the hips feel good. Take them right, take them left, take them forward, take them back. All right, bring it back up to center, knees back out below the hips, wrists below shoulders, cat-cows. Inhale, lift your chin to tailbone, drop the belly down. Exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, arch the back up. Inhale and lift. Exhale and lock. Making it feel good. You need to stall out at the bottom and kind of rock your hips if that feels nice. You can stall out at the top and rock the shoulders a little bit if that feels nice. All right, let's make our way to our hands and feet. Let's go ahead and curl the toes under, walk the hands back, maybe a little shuffle of the knees. Get that nice stretch on the bottom of the feet. Once you have that, roll the fingers around outward as far as you can comfortably. And then you can stay still or you can sway the hips a little bit. Back to center, turn the hands around, untuck the toes, sit it back on the feet or up on the knees, shake the hands, and flick the water. Shake the hands, good morning, and flick the water. Extend that right arm out, pull the right hand back, wiggle the fingers. Switch. A little shake. A little roll. Now we're back to all fours. Lift the feet, point and flex. Roll your ankles one way and roll them the other. All right, let's take a child's pose. Knees wide, big toes touch, hips rock back, spine is long, lower the forehead down, chin tucked just slightly. And then on your next inhale, rise up, take your right arm, thread it through underneath the left arm around behind the back. Relax that left shoulder down. On your next inhale, unwind, rise up. Let's switch sides. Thread the left arm through, right arm around behind the back. Relax that right shoulder down. On your next inhale, let's rise back up, unwind, bring it back to center. Your next inhale, lift your head, turn it to the right, put your left cheek on the mat. On your next inhale, lift your head, turn it to the left. On your next inhale, bring it back to center. With your forehead on the mat, chin tucked just slightly, roll your head side to side. Alrighty, bring it back to center and just relax. We're going to set our breath right here. Inhale through the nose, let it take 4 to 6 seconds. Exhale through the nose, let it take a little longer, maybe 6 to 8 seconds. Slow, deep inhales and even slower exhales. we're going to try to keep this slow, deep breath going the whole time. We're going to do our warm-up A's and warm-up B's, which are sun salutations, and then the partner's warm-up B's. Then we'll get just a little bit active, and then a little bit of yin, nice Savasana. Get our day pointed in the right direction. Alrighty, time for our sun salutations. On your next inhale, rise up to your downward facing dog. Walk your dog. Inhale, press your heels to the mat. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Hanging forward fold at the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Nice flat back. Bring your shoulder blades together behind you. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep it up. Palms touch. Slowly exhale. Inhale it up. Hips go forward. Hands go back. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bend the knees. Hands go down. Feet go back. Lower slowly. Anchor the toes and hips. Pull forward first. Then lift the chest. Exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, press your heels to the mat. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep it up. Palms touch. Slowly exhale. Inhale it up, hips forward, hands back. Exhale, swan, dive it down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bend the knees, hands go down, feet go back. Lower slowly. Anchor the toes and hips, pull it forward and lift. Press down into the tops of the feet. Exhale and back. Inhale, press your heels to the mat. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep it up. Palms touch. Slowly exhale. Inhale it up, hips forward, hands back. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bend the knees, hands go down, feet go back. Lower slowly. Anchor, pull forward and lift. Roll those shoulders back and down. Exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, press your heels to the mat. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep it up, palms touch. Slowly exhale. Inhale it up, hips forward, hands back. Exhale, swan dive it down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bend the knees, hands go down, feet go back. Lower slowly. Anchor, pull forward and lift. Exhale and back, walk your dog. Alrighty, moving into warm-up B's. Inhale, press your heels to the mat. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Alright, we're going to take a chair pose here. Feet are parallel, no wider than hip width. Let's inhale, sweep it up. Weight goes to the heels, root that tailbone down, relax the shoulders down, palms facing each other. Inhale, on your exhale, forward fold, hands down, feet back. Now you have a choice here. You can just rock back to your downward facing dog, or you can lower slowly, up to you. Inhale and lift. Exhale and back. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. On your exhale, put your right foot in between your hands, drop that left knee. Sink forward into the hips, make sure that ankle's right below the knee. Inhale it up. Inhale. On your exhale, hands down, foot back. Lower slowly or rock it back to your down dog. Always your choice. Inhale and lift. Exhale and back. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. On your exhale, plant your left foot in between your hands. Drop the right knee. Sink into those hips. Just breathing. Inhale. On your exhale, hands down, foot back. Lower slowly. Anchor the toes and hips. Pull it forward and lift. Exhale and back. Inhale, press your heels to the mat. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands. Feet parallel, chair pose. Inhale, sweep it up. Root that tailbone down, drop the shoulders. Inhale. On your exhale, forward fold, hands down, foot back. Rock it back or lower slowly. And pull forward and lift. Exhale and back. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. On your exhale, plant it between the hands. Crescent pose. Inhale it up. Big old bend in the front knee. Inhale. On your exhale, hands down, foot back, lower slowly. And pull forward and lift. Exhale and back. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, plant between the hands. Crescent pose on the left. Roll that right hip forward, relax the shoulders down. Inhale. On your exhale, hands down, foot back, lower slowly or rock it back. Like those hips, forward and left. Exhale and back, walk your dog. All right, we're going to take a pigeon pose here. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. On your exhale, plant your right foot by your left wrist. Lay your shin down across the mat. Slide that left leg back. We want the hips square. We don't want to be resting on a hip. We want those hips square. Wrists right below our shoulders. Press down into the top of your back foot. Lengthen your spine. And we're looking for a nice stretch right there. Breathing into your belly. And then if you'd like, bend that back knee. That right hand up, get that nice little stretch. Working off that hike yesterday. Inhale. On your exhale, release. Inhale. On your exhale, rock back. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, plant your left foot by your right wrist. Lay that shin down across the mat. Slide that right foot back. Trying to get our feet as far apart as we can. The front one is far forward, the back one is far back. Wrists below the shoulders. Hips are square. Looking for that nice stretch in the left hip. All right, like, bend that back knee. Up and around. Inhale. On your exhale, release. Inhale. On your exhale, rock it back to your down dog. Walk your dog. All right, inhale, press your heels to the mat. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands. On your next inhale, roll it up. And roll it back. All right, we'll take a little balance here. Always nice to mix in a little balance. It's very quieting for the mind. So palms facing forward, just gonna rise up on tiptoes. Nothing crazy. Find a focal point if you can, a visual focal point. Inhale. On your exhale, set the heels down. Inhale, sweep it up, hips go forward, hands go back. Exhale, swan dive it down, hands go down, step the feet back, lower slowly. Anchor, pull forward and lift. Exhale and back. All right, let's drop it down to all fours. We do a spinal balance, send the right leg back, roll that right hip down, left arm out in front. Take it out the side if you like. Inhale back. Exhale, set it down. Send that left leg back. Roll the left hip down, lift that left foot, right arm out in front. Spinal balance. Take it out to the side for awkward airplane. Inhale back to center. Exhale, set it down. I always like to bring my knees together, do a couple of sways in the hip here. All right, back to center. Let's make our way back to our down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. On your exhale, plant it between the hands, crescent pose. Inhale, sweep it up. We're going to try a one-legged balance here. Inhale. On your exhale, rock it forward. Now, you can start right here if this is about what works for you, or you can rock it out to an airplane, trying to keep that left heel lifted. Just breathing wherever you are. Roll that left hip down. Inhale. On your exhale, hands down. Keep that left hip rolled down. Lift that left foot even higher for a standing half split. Inhale. On your exhale, step that left foot back. Back up to a crescent pose. Good morning. Inhale. On your exhale, hands down, foot back. You can lower slowly or rock it back. Okay, pull forward and lift. Exhale and back. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, plant it between the hands, crescent pose. Inhale. On your exhale, forward to a one-legged balance. You can stay here. Go out to an airplane. It's always up to you. Roll that right hip down. Inhale. On your exhale, hands down. Roll that right hip down further and lift the heel higher. Inhale. On your exhale, step that right foot back. Inhale it back up. Inhale. On your exhale, hands down, foot back, lower slowly. And pull forward and lift. Exhale and back. Walk your dog. All right, let's drop it down to our knees. Let's flip it over onto our backs. We're going to take a few bridge poses here. Windshield wiper once you get here. All right, back up to center. Knees are bent. Feet are hip width apart and parallel. Heels are as close to the bottom as we can get them. We're going to inhale and exhale, and then on our next inhale, we're going to lift our hips. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift those hips as high as you can. Walk the shoulder blades together. Hips are high. Inhale. On your exhale, lower them down, windshield wiper. Now you can do that one again if you want. We're going to do it 2 more times. All right, back to center. Get those feet set up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift your hips. Now you can do the same hands, or if you'd like, you can interlock your fingers. Walk those shoulder blades together, straighten the arms out. Lift those hips up. High as you can, and then a little bit higher. breathing. Inhale. On your exhale, lower down, windshield wiper. All right, we got one more. All right, back to center, set those feet up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, lift the hips. Again, you can keep the arms straight and press the palms down, or you can interlock the fingers. Either way, we walk the shoulder blades together. Now, if you'd like, you can rise up on your tiptoes. See if that lets you get your hips a little higher, and a little higher, and a little higher. Inhale. On your exhale, lower it down, windshield wiper. Alrighty, back to center, legs straight up in the air. Press that lower back into the mat. Breathing. Alright, inhale. On your exhale, lower the legs down, windshield wiper. Alrighty, back to center, arms out to T position. Let's scooch the hips to the left and float the knees to the right. Lengthen your spine. Left shoulder down on the mat. Turn your head to the left. And we breathe. And this is our first yin pose, so we'll be here for 20 breaths. So inhale through the nose, let it take 4 to 6 seconds. Exhale through the nose, let it take a little longer, maybe 6 to 8 seconds. Slow, deep inhales, and even slower exhales. Just breathe. Halfway there. down, float the knees back up, realign your hips and windshield wiper. Good morning, stretch. Inhale. On your exhale, pull the knees in, slow motion rock. Alrighty, just switching sides, back to center, knees bent, set the feet down, arms back out, T position. We scooch our hips to the right, float the knees to the left, lengthen your spine, right shoulders down on the mat, turn your head to the right, and breathe. Halfway there. Press your palms down, float your knees back up, realign your hips, windshield wiper. Good morning, stretch. Inhale. On your exhale, pull the knees in, slow motion rock. right back to center. Squeeze it into a little ball. Lift your head, neck, shoulders, and hips as high as you can. Squeeze it tight. Inhale. On your exhale, let's release into our Savasana, our final pose of class. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Return to your normal breath. Relax your body and enjoy. fingers. Wiggle your toes. Return a little awareness back to the body. Counter pose a bit if you'd like. And when you're ready, just roll over onto your right hand side into the fetal position for some words of wisdom. So they say, in the world that you can be anything, be kind. Unknown author. There, let's make our way back up. Forward facing one last time. Well, thank you all for coming to Hawaii with us. I appreciate it. This concludes our vacation series, so let's do it all again soon. Until we meet again, namaste. You guys have a great day. See you back on the mainland. And you know, I think I'm going to let you enjoy this view for a couple minutes.